And now, the starting lineup for your Atlanta
As a coach, Dan, what's something you try to establish at this stage?
I think there's two things, Kevin. First, we're trying to build our habits the right way, everything, from the way we practice to the way we prepare for games to the way we warm up, all of it. And then second of all, we're trying to figure out our rotation. Who's going to start? Who's going to come off the bench? Which groups work well together? It's an ongoing process.
A lot of moving parts, you're right. Look at Cleveland's starting group. Jaime Jaquez is out there with George Niang. Then there's Jahlil Okafor. Then it's Fred VanVleet. And it's Robinson in at the shooting guard position. Here's Eason. Caruso sets the screen for Eason. Brunson outside. Good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
Jaquez outside. Over Eason. Jaquez can't hit.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Brunson outside. Such a wide open look.
And you can tell Brunson has been well coached. He knows just when to call for that pick and roll.
Pass to Okafor. Back to Van Vliet. Robinson for three. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And that is a big-time shot and a really dumb foul. Don't give him the and one on a three-pointer.
At the line for one.
What a unique resume for Coach Quinn Snyder. Stan, he's coached in college. He's been overseas as a head coach. He's been in the G League, and now he is back in the NBA.
Yeah, and this guy's just a great coach. He's had teams that perform well at both ends of the floor. He's won everywhere he's been, and he's the only NBA coach I know of that's got a law degree on top of it.
So he's smart and he can coach. Oh, and by the way, he had a pretty good mentor in college, didn't he?
He certainly did.
Now here's Van Vliet. Jalen Brunson missing his last shot. Shot clock at 2. Niang, no good. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. On the wing, Jackson. Brunson scanning the floor to the middle, where, oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Nice pass inside, making things easy for him.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout, looking for a breather, and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Someone who is always a welcome side here in Atlanta. 2 Chainz taking in the game.
One of the biggest names in music here in Atlanta. And 2 Chainz should be happy with the way the game has gone for the Hawks.
Jaquez against Eason. Jaquez with the bucket.
Yeah, he's such a competitive guy. Jaquez Jr. just willing that ball in.
Outside Jackson. Back to Brunson. Takes it off the glass. Brunson's got 6. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Outside Robinson. Back to Van Vliet. Six to shoot. It's deflected. Now Eason. No scoring in this one. Pass to Brunson. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Last time they met in Cleveland.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Yeah, give credit to those guys for playing with such aggressiveness. It makes a huge difference when you get that kind of boost from your second unit.
Now Eason, following the miss by Fred Van Vliet from deep. Pass to Brunson. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Lets the 3 fly, and the 3 ball is good.
And Jackson Jr. takes a good number of threes for a reason, because he's confident in his ability to drain it from here.
Van Vliet with the bucket.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble? Pass
to Eason. to Brunson. Puts up a three. Robinson pulls it in.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Over to the left wing. Niang, that's good. And it's all knotted up.
Well, that kind of vision is exactly what they need out of Jaquez.
Brunson the pass to Ware. Eason against Jaquez. And the shot is good.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Beal's checked in for Tari Eason. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Gobert, he's checked in for Okafor. Randall comes in for George Niang. Tatum, he's checked in for Jaime Jaquez. And it's Malik Monk in for Fred VanVleet. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. Trailing by 2. Randall against Jackson. Randall kicks to Tatum. Doesn't go that time. Great D that time from Beal.
And you watch Jason Tatum. Year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Now, here's Caruso. Scoreless thus far.
Yeah, those passing skills are just part of what makes Caruso a valuable piece.
Monk outside. Robinson finds Monk. A fader. Good on the bucket.
You don't see that too often, the fadeaway shot when he's wide open.
Brunson the pass to Ware. Back to Brunson. Monk with some nice defense. Cleveland has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Pass to Randall. And the rejection by Jackson. Monk against Brunson. He gets it in there. 8 points here for Jalen Brunson.
And defense is all over Brunson inside, but still manages to outmaneuver them for the deuce.
Randall down low. Guarded by Jackson. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Green, he's checked in for Cleveland. Beal deciding where to go with it. Cavaliers with the rebound. Down low, here's Tatum, and the dunk by Tatum.
Exploding off the floor. Give Tatum room, and he will show off his athleticism at your expense.
Now, here's Grant. Trent kicks to Grant. Boucher sets a screen for Grant. Beal from long range. Gobert pulls it in.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
.132 left to play in the first quarter. And here's Green outside. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Atlanta's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Now here's Beal. He has yet to score. Boucher with a screen on Monk. And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
And with a smooth, fluid release, Beal's jumper does wonders for his team's offensive positioning.
On the wing, Green. Tatum setting the pick for Green. Boucher with the rebound. The Hawks leading by 3. Pass to Trent. Back to Beal. 30 seconds left here in the opening quarter. 5 on the clock. Here's the 3. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4. 17 seconds left to play in the first. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And so it's Atlanta with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Yeah, well, the best way to get in the head of your opponent is through aggressive defense.
Gary Trent is out there with Alex Caruso. And there's Jackson. Then there's Moses Brown. And it's Eason in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play. So it'll be Jaren Jackson shooting. That's on Jalen Green. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
Robinson, that's good.
Proving he's more than just a perimeter threat. Nice job by Robinson inside there.
And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
Yeah, they do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Van Vliet with the bounce pass. That one goes in, and it's 8 points for Robinson.
Well, this is Robinson at his best. He can really do damage off the catch.
Jackson finds Trent. Eason with it, takes the 3. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Well, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
In the corner, it's Robinson. Aston Niang. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Inside. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down to 6 on the bucket from Robinson.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Jackson passes to Caruso. Here's Trent for 3. The rebound by Niang.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Van Vliet passes to Okafor. Can't hit that one. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And so Caruso will bring up the ball for Atlanta. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Caruso, a screen on Robinson. Trent can't hit. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Over in the corner, Jaquez. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejection. Wow.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And the Hawks making a change here. Brunson's checked in. And we've got a moment now to look at the highest scoring teams in the NBA from last season. Number 5, the Hawks.
I just loved how this team attacked their opponents. You could see their confidence grow as the year went on, and the points really started to pile up.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Van Vliet. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Fast break, the Hawks. Caruso kicks to Jackson. Brunson outside. Rejected by Van Vliet.
And perfect positioning from Van Vliet, wanting to block shots whenever he can. Great instincts.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Niang, that's good.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
That one goes. Count it. 8 points for Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, in the paint, Jackson has plenty of moves to beat good defense.
Hawkes outside. Another 3 for Cleveland.
The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
Outside Jackson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Van Vliet against Brunson. Back to Van Vliet. Fires for 3. And another 3 for Cleveland. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But what's important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Aston Niang. Outside Robinson. Got a piece of it. Shot clock at 6. Eason with it. Here's Ware. To the left wing. Looking to get it going. Oh, muscling it in. Brunson.
Playing bigger than he looks. Brunson has a lot of heart.
Brunson against Van Vliet. Okafor sets the pick for Hawkes. Back to Van Vliet from deep three-point line. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got his 5th rebound in this one. Eason the bounce pass. Caruso with the ball. Hasn't made one yet. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, when he's able to find the shot he likes, Caruso can be pretty effective from range.
Pass to Hawkes. Okafor with a screen on Eason. To the paint from inside. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Wow, drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. That's on Jalen Brunson. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Free throw good, Van Vliet. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
He hits the second from the line. Greg, what's the key thing Fred VanVleet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
The Cavaliers trailing. Here's Green. And another miss by Cleveland. Grant against Tatum. Now here's Brunson. He's tightly guarded.
Brunson doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off. He has the ultimate confidence in that jumper.
Pass to Tatum. To the inside. And finished off by Gobert.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Here's Brunson. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Van Vliet's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
A moment to check out the numbers for Fred Van Vliet. Coming off a terrific season. And he ended up in the top 15 in steals as well. Some of the quickest hands in the league.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists. Just does a great job of getting everyone involved. And the first one drops.
And you know, one thing you have to admire about Randall is his hunger to get better. He is a real leader who leads by example.
And it's tied up with that one. Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh, my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the 2 biggest would be this. I think, number one, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. That's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
Drills the elbow jumper. And it's a 4-point Hawks lead.
And there's not an area on the floor where Beal can't do damage. He is a handful for any defense he goes up against.
Tatum passes to Randall. 1:36 left in the first half of basketball. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Trent's checked in for the Hawks. And Cleveland also making a change. Monks checked in for Fred Van Vliet. That free throw good from Randall. And for Atlanta, they come in off a good outing against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Trent passes to Grant, and Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Cavaliers have gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. Gobert, the pass to Tatum. For the 3. The 3 from Tatum.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
Brown with the screen on Monk. The 11-footer, and that one is good from Bradley Beal. Beal's got the game tied up here for Atlanta.
And great recognition there in the pick and roll. Beal usually able to make the right play.
Tatum passes to Green. And here is Tatum. He's got 5. Fires from deep. That ball's off target. It's his 3rd miss. He's made 2 shots from the field. Pass to Grant. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Trent passes to Beal. Brown sets a screen for Beal. Here he goes.
And the coaches want this from Beal. Play aggressive, force your way to the stripe.
Atlanta shooting their 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight.
2 shots.
No good on that one.
First and foremost, Bradley Beal is a scorer. He's always working the angles, trying to find his next opening to attack, and it rarely takes him long.
And he's good on the 2nd.
And now a veteran in this league, Beal is hungry to compete for championships at this stage of his career.
Outside Tatum. Gobert with a screen on Grant. Here's Tatum. And again, it's Cleveland. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Cavaliers lead by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. See you in just a bit.
You know, right now for the Hawks, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes, and then you have subtle changes. Everything in preparation for this moment.
And next up, let's take a look at the Cleveland Cavaliers, who seem pretty well matched in their game.
Getting points from that 2nd unit was clutch. Depth protects you against injury, but it can also win a game for you.
Yeah, and those starters are going to have the fresh legs for the second half.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. One guy who's been getting it done is Jalen Brunson.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Cavaliers. It's a 1-point game. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, we've got Jaime Jaquez, Okafor out there with George Niang. Then it's Robinson, and it's Van Vliet in at the point guard position.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
Maybe that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. Pass to Caruso. Outside Jackson. Now here's Caruso. Over Robinson. And it falls over the rim and in. Caruso's got 5.
Well, you got to keep your eyes and the body on Caruso at all times.
90 seconds now into the second half. Robinson misses. Atlanta's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Here's Eason. A rebound by Niang.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Pass to Van Vliet. Okafor with a screen on Brunson. And here's Van Vliet from the arc.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
He lobs it up. Stolen by Robinson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, Robinson has heard a lot of criticism throughout the years, but the numbers show he's one of the most prolific three-point shooters in league history.
The Cavaliers have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. Robinson hits them both. All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down 1, shot clock is off. If you could pick anyone in the NBA, who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. A guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw. Not only did he have the ability to make clutch shots, he managed the game clock as well as anybody I've ever seen.
The situation was never too big for him, was it?
Never was, and he's so smart in addition to being as talented as he was.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And one area where Brunson's improved is in the clutch. He's a monster in crunch time. Nice to have a player you can depend on in those key situations.
Okafor with a screen on Brunson. Van Vliet attacking. Here's Okafor. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, he saw the height advantage he had and went right up with it. That's exactly what you want him to do there.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And that one falls for Okafor. The Hawks trail by 4. Jackson with the screen. Pretty bucket inside by Brunson.
And man, can Brunson get going in a hurry? He's got his fingerprints all over this one.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
Now, Niang. He's got 6. Now here's Van Vliet. Robinson for 3. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got his 6th assist on the night. Brunson kicks to Ware. High post, Jackson working on Niang. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Van Vliet passes to Okafor. Rebound by the Hawks. Ware's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Eason. Count it. And now just a 1-point Cleveland lead.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Pass to Niang. Now here's Okafor. Guarded closely. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. And the Hawks making a change here. Beal's checked in. And Cleveland also making a change. Gobert's checked in. Jaquez finds Niang. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And finished off by Gobert.
Well, it's like Gobert's got magnets in his hand. He's led the league in rebounding before in his career.
Pass to Eason. Beal gets a wide open look. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Niang with the ball. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. A 3. Cranes the three-pointer. Niang's got the lead up to 6 now for Cleveland.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Outside Beal. Pass to Caruso. A three-pointer, no good. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Three-pointer, nailed from three-point land. And it's a 9-point Cavalier lead.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Brunson against Van Vliet. Over in the corner, Caruso. To stop the run. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Takes it from 10. Jaquez can't hit. Atlanta's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Beal's shot is good.
Yeah, offensively, Beal is a smooth operator.
Cleveland leading by 7. Pass to Niang. Van Vliet deciding where to go with it. Robinson misses. Hawks have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. And Beal kicks to Brunson. Eason with a screen for Brunson. His three-pointer's off the mark.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Jaquez with the bucket.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Go for a different look here. Brown is checked in for Jackson. Chris Boucher comes in for Tari Eason. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. And Trent subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And then for Cleveland, Julius Randle's checked in for George Niang. Tatum comes in for Jaime Jaquez. And Monks subbed in for Robinson.
And people thought Beal was just a shooter out of college, but he rounded out his game when he learned how to finish through contact.
Tatum with a screen on Beal. The shot by Monk is no good. The Hawks trail by 7. It's Beal on the wing. Back to Grant. Pass to Boucher. Outside Beal. That one, no good. Randle with some nice D. Van Vliet with it. And it's Trent picking him up. Van Vliet passes to Monk. Van Vliet kicks to Randle. Tatum with a screen on Brown. Randle with the bucket.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Brown feeling it out a bit. Here's Beal. Gobert with the block.
Well, you have to be aware of Gobert on the floor. He's got a few Defensive Player of the Year trophies.
And let's check out stats for Beal. Last year, getting it done. Last season, he averaged 18 points a game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And most of all, you have to love the defensive grit he brings to games when he comes off the bench.
Yeah, I loved having options like him off the bench. Guys who bring effort. They can change the attitude of a team.
And the first one at the line is good. Hey, Greg, what about Jeremy Grant? He's had about every role you can imagine on any team he's played on.
And, Kevin, he started out as a second-round pick, hoping to just make a team. He's been a bench spark plug, a starter, even a #1 option in Detroit for a couple years. Grant's done it all.
The 3 from Tatum. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Pass to Boucher. Back to Beal. 1:06 left in the third quarter of the game. It's stolen by Randall. Now here's Monk, the fast break chance. Tatum dishes to Monk. Cleveland moving the ball around. Yes, that goes in. Van Vliet's got the lead up to 13 now for Cleveland.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
And he makes the first but misses the second.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
His first. Team starters.
For Cleveland, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. Free throw drops for Green.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And both free throws good for Green.
And once the G League took it to another level, Green skipped college, became the #2 overall pick of the draft, and that's really changed the landscape.
Beal can't get it to go.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Here's Monk. Randall with a screen for Monk. Shot clock at 5. Here's Tatum, and Boucher sends it back. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Number 15, Jahlil Okafor.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And if they keep draining the threes like they've been so far. A chance now to hear Coach Quinn Snyder talking to his team moments ago in the huddle.
One of the biggest things is not to react to anything.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Hawks trail by 14. Jalen Brunson out there with Gary Trent. Then there's Jeremy Grant. Then there's Chris Boucher. And it's Ware in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. The 19-foot shot, and the bank shot is good. Brunson's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Hawks. Monk with the ball. Pass to Tatum. The 3. And Ware pulls it down. And for the Hawks, they're shooting straight 49% from the field. Brunson the pass to Ware. Monk against Grant. Down low. Ware. Good, and Grant gets the assist.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
Outside, Green. Wants to get it to Randle and does. The 10-footer. And he hits the jumper for 2. And 12 points for Julius Randle.
And we've seen Randle add a three-point shot. However, this is the area of the court he's most comfortable, that mid-range.
And it's Brunson missing. And so Green will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Tatum kicks to Green. And Gary Trent gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. So for the Hawks, Jackson, he's checked in for Chris Boucher. Tari Eason comes in for Grant. And it's Alex Caruso in for Trent. Cleveland also making some changes. Gobert, he's checked in for Julius Randle. And it's Jaime Jaquez in for Jason Tatum. Green passes to Monk. 6 on the shot clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. From deep, Green, rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
From deep. Hits it from 3-point range. Jackson's got it back down to within single digits for the Hawks.
Wow, Jackson Jr. lightning quick.
Monk outside. Back to Gobert. Fader on the way. And it's Monk that time on the assist by Jaquez. And the Cavaliers lead by 11. Pass to Caruso. Jackson has the open look. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Well, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
Screen by Niang. Back to Monk. Lets it go with the 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Eason with it, and Jaquez picks him up defensively. Eason passes to Brunson. Oh, Brunson got hit and still made it go.
They are just killing him on the interior.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Here's Monk, and then Monk with the dunk.
And I think it's going to be crucial that Monk continues to work on his playmaking ability. When he's dribbling the ball like that, he is tough to stop.
Jackson finds Caruso. Now here's Brunson. Monk defending. Jackson passes to Caruso. Jackson setting the pick here for Caruso. Great look, but off the mark. The Cavaliers leading by 8. On the wing, Green. Jaquez outside. Here's Niang. Atlanta with the rebound. Ware's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Monk.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
That free throw missing for the Cavaliers. Okafor is checked in for Gobert. Robinson comes in for Green, and it's Fred VanVleet in for Malik Monk. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder said to his team. He told us, guys, I need you all to come together right now on both ends. This game is not over, and you need to go out there and take control now. See how it looks coming out of the timeout. Guys?
Thank you, David.
15 seconds.
Atlanta on D. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Clock at 6. Here's Van Vliet. Rebound, Atlanta. Now Eason. Pass to Brunson. The rebound by Niang. Niang's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Van Vliet outside. From downtown, drills the three-pointer. And the Cavaliers lead by 10.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Cleveland.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And the other thing you notice is how committed they've been to playing with the pass, constantly moving that ball from one side to the other.
Pass to Okafor. And here is Robinson. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Well, look, scoring is why Robinson is on the floor. And when he really gets going, it's a problem.
Back to Brunson. There's the 3. Oh, Brunson, good from range.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Van Vliet passes to Okafor. Here's Robinson. Cleveland moving the ball around. On the wing, Hawkins. He's covered by Eason. For 3, Van Vliet. Brunson with some nice D. The Hawks trail by 8. Pass to Eason. Caruso, a screen on Hawkins. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Hawkins.
Tari Eason. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And so Eason nails both of them. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Cleveland. 6-point lead. They double-team Van Vliet. Okafor kicks to Robinson. Hawkins with a wide-open look. No good from outside.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
Eason finds Brunson. Brunson downhill. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And he lives for the moment. Brunson playing his best during crunch time.
Team sport.
And you really can't say enough about his composure in the big moments, as cool as they come.
Cleveland leading by 3, and Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And stolen by Caruso. Brunson against Van Vliet. And Brunson gets it to go. Brunson's got 12 points now in the quarter. Van Vliet with the bounce pass. Back to Robinson. Pass to Van Vliet. Shot clock at 6. Over Brunson. Got a hand on it. Here's Caruso. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Cleveland's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep.
Yeah, that was an important hoop from Robinson.
The Hawks trail by 3. And here's Brunson outside. Hawkins with the rebound. The Cavaliers shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Okafor, the pass to Van Vliet. Jaquez outside. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 9 assists now tonight.
Well, Jaquez doesn't shoot a lot of threes, but he can hit those when he's feeling it.
Brunson rejected by Van Vliet. Jacks up a 3. He can't get that one.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Looking to get back on track here, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And an aggressive inside play there from Van Vliet, not letting the foul deny him from getting the shot off.
And no good is the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. Randall's checked in for Cleveland. He's able to hit the second one, and that puts them up by 5.
And not as productive a trip as you would like, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Easton passes to Caruso. Brunson right side. It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Nerves never show when Brunson is calm and cool as they come down the stretch.
On the wing, Jaquez. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Here's the Hawks with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Brunson. Can't hit from the elbow. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. There's 10 seconds left in the game. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
Looking for a quick shot, trying to extend the game.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game. Pass to Eason. There's the triple. A shot, no good. And so it's Cleveland who comes out on top here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. With Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge.
And a peek into the locker room. Players soaking in the last few moments before the game. Welcome to 2K Sports. We're excited to be here for opening day tip-off, Doris. It feels like the league is in a great place.
There is no doubt, BA, absolutely. To me, more talent in the league right now than potentially we've ever had before. And I don't just mean star talent. There's a depth of quality skill across the board. We know the shooting has revolutionized the game. It's going to be a fun year.
And to look at the starters for the Knicks. They've got Russell Westbrook, Ausar Thompson out there with Williams. Then it's Klay Thompson. And it's Wembanyama in at the center position, locking down the middle. Here's Murray. Williams grabs the board. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Tyronn Lue gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We talked about his matchup against the highly touted Victor Wembanyama, and Coach told me Victor's combination of speed and size creates a lot of problems on both ends of the floor, so we've got to play a physical brand of basketball to just keep him out of rhythm. It'll be interesting to see how that affects him. B.A.?
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Murray for three, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
You have to watch Murray closely at the perimeter. He won't hesitate to flex his range.
Wembanyama, screen on Murray. Westbrook with it. He's picked up by Zubac. Of course, think about Russell Westbrook's career. All-time NBA leader in triple-doubles.
B.A., there is so much to admire about Russell Westbrook, but I'm going to begin with something that I think is undervalued, and that's his willingness as a great player to play hard every single night on both ends of the floor. Tough, competitive, and skilled. He's a Hall of Famer.
Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
And Wembanyama has the ball here for New York. Here's Williams. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
What a smart pass from Wembanyama. Already adept at scanning the floor and finding open teammates.
Murray scanning the floor. Pass to Vucevic. Nice shot from the wing.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Westbrook. Here's Wembanyama. And he buries his first look.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Up top, Banchero. Back to Murray. Banchero with a screen on Westbrook. Murray inside. Pounded by Westbrook. Murray, shot is good.
Skilled finish by Murray. He can score inside and outside, really anywhere on the court.
Murray against Westbrook. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Banchero outside. Pass to Zubac. Stolen by Thompson. Thompson against Banchero. Wembanyama. Pass to Westbrook. Yep, that one goes.
Yeah, nice feed by the big man, Wembanyama. His selfless attitude is what makes him a great teammate.
And here is Vucevic. Back to Murray. A deep three. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. And Wembanyama has the ball here for the Knicks. Thompson passes to Thompson. Outside, Williams. The three. And Westbrook good for three. Westbrook's got 6 points.
If you're Russell Westbrook, you've got to balance that ability with getting downhill, with making range shots, and he delivers there.
Now here's Murray. He's got 5. Holmgren finds Banchero. Now here's Vucevic. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Thompson in the post. Holmgren's there. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to go on Chet Holmgren.
The officials were right on top of that one.
New York shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And he can't get the first one. Nurkic is checked in for Los Angeles. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Clippers trail by 3. Holmgren, the pass to Vucevic. Westbrook against Murray. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. He's got 7.
We've seen Murray raise his game. Part of it is an increase in toughness, the ability to score when it's not simple.
Westbrook gets the bucket. The Clippers have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Outside Murray. Six to shoot. The 15-footer. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds now. Westbrook outside. Williams up top. Wembanyama against Murray. And here's Thompson for 3. Rebounded by Nurkic.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
And it's Holmgren missing. Knicks leading by 3. Outside Wembanyama. And stolen by Holmgren. Pass to Vucevic. The deep 3 from Murray. And the Clippers miss again. New York has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Williams with it. Outside Wembanyama. Pulls up on the wing. New York again can't hit.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And Carroll finds Murray. Uneasy 2 on the layup. Murray's got 9.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Well, Doris, Chet Holmgren was one of the more highly touted guys coming into the league in a long time.
He was, B.A., and he has lived up to the billing. At that size, to be able to shoot the ball, put it on the deck, be a force at the rim defensively. But maybe his best attribute, he is a tough competitor.
And the Clippers will go for a different look here. Wagner's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Finney Smith comes in for Vucevic. Kispert's checked in for Holmgren. And it's Josh Giddey in for Jamal Murray. Now here's Dinwiddie. Reed, a screen on Banchero. And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. Connects from downtown. And the Knicks lead by 4.
Boy, the long-range work from Spencer Dinwiddie. Over the years, this former second-round pick has increased his range.
Dinwiddie against Banchero. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And the advantage he has is clear. Just taking what the defense gives him right there.
For 3, Dinwiddie. Rebound by the Clippers.
Grab that one. However, so far they're getting a little out-hustled on the boards.
Foul. Knicks. Thunder. Phillips. First personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Giddey.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Clock at 6. Banchero right side. Lets it go from deep.
Not just a threat on offense. Dinwiddie is a fantastic defender. Takes advantage of his speed and his reach.
Pass to Mamukelashvili. The 3 is up. Finney Smith pulls it in. The Clippers trail. And Carroll with it. Now Wiggins defending. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Dinwiddie. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, Brian. The Knicks, one of the top defensive teams in the league, and it starts in the paint. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, quote, "We've prided ourselves on having a tight shell. We've got great rim protection, guys who take charges, and we're aggressive on the ball. Guys, great defense has always been Tibbs' MO."
And nothing has changed now. Thanks, Allie.
Hard for Wagner to avoid the contact. His shooting ability is going to have defenders reacting to him.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And he knocks down the first one. That one drops. He ties it up.
Well, what we know about Mo Wagner is that he has consistently grown over the course of his NBA career. This guy has versatility as a scorer. He has tremendous energy that he brings nightly, and he wants to get better.
Here's Banchero. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation.
Paolo Banchero, a guy who not only has the frame, but he's got the mind and the work habits to be great in this league. Can't wait to watch.
Nance, he's checked in for New York. McBride comes in for Dinwiddie. Now here's Mitchell. He's scoreless. Pass to Reed. Outside McBride. Nance the screen. A nice shot by McBride. And the Knicks lead by one.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Mitchell, the pass to McBride. Reed, a screen on Banchero. Here's McBride. Misses the deep three-point attempt. Gets it off. That one is off. Jamal Murray. He's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. We'll be back in a moment. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from the Clippers?
Attacking relentlessly, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the stripe.
They have done a tremendous job of drawing contact and putting officials in a place where they simply have to make the call.
The Clippers in the lead. So on the floor for New York, we've got Aaron Wiggins. Miles McBride is out there with Davion Mitchell. Then it's Larry Nance. And it's Looney in at the 5 spot.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Nance the screen. Pass to Mitchell. Clock at 4. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Mitchell's got his first points of the game. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Outside Giddey. To the middle. It's tipped. It's stolen by Looney. Wiggins with it. He's picked up by Kispert. Outside Mitchell. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's on Corey Kispert. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for New York.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far. Really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Vucevic. Here's Giddey. From deep. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Well, instant offense. Be shot ready on the catch, Josh Giddey. Yes, sir.
Mitchell finds Thompson. Oh, they get a hand on it. Vucevic with a steal. In transition, here come the Clippers. That one's good from Kispert on the assist from Giddey. And the Clippers lead by 1. Well, plenty of give and take so far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
Unloads from 13. New York again can't hit. The Clippers have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Pass to Giddey. Now Vucevic. Shoots over Thompson. Again, the Clippers score. Well, Grant, with the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Kispert. Mamukelashvili's checked in for New York. Dinwiddie comes in for McBride. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Looney passes to Thompson. From deep, Mitchell. Pure from three-point range. Mitchell's got 8 points in the quarter.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Three-pointer, Vucevic hits the trifecta. Vucevic has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Yeah, Vucevic matching threes and clapping right back.
Dinwiddie on the attack. Deflected. Here's Murray. He's got 9. Pass to Vucevic. From deep, Giddey. And it's New York with a rebound.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Poke loose. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Murray. 5 to shoot. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Oh, the persistence inside of Chet Holmgren.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Here's Looney. Now here's Thompson. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Here's Dinwiddie. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Dinwiddie's got 5.
Well, just tremendous body control by Spencer Dinwiddie, able to adjust to the defender's contact.
Now here's Vucevic. He's got 7. Holmgren against Thompson. Pass to Dinwiddie. Four on the clock. Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Murray. Pass to Giddey. Holmgren with it. Three-pointer, Vucevic. That shot off. Thompson against Murray. And Thompson gets it to go. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Now here's Holmgren. Three-pointer, Vucevic. Drills it from deep. Vucevic has got 8 here in this quarter.
That's his second bucket from range this quarter after hitting none in the first.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. So for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac checked in for Nurkic. Wagner comes in for Vucevic. And Banchero subbed in for Murray. So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. Reed's checked in for Looney. Victor Wembanyama comes in for Mamukelashvili. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Westbrook in for Mitchell. Now here's Westbrook. Give him 8. Wembanyama down low. Defended by Wagner. It's good on the putback.
You know, when Wembanyama gets to an offensive rebound, he's going straight back to the rim with it. You can count on that.
Giddey passes to Zubac. Giddey with a screen on Wembanyama. That shot wide open. Wagner's got 5 points.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
Holmgren against Thompson. Oh, Klay takes the contact and finishes.
Well, with his big and long frame, Klay Thompson can get inside and score. And it doesn't matter if the defense has good position.
Westbrook against Giddey. Here's Banchero. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, that play shows Banchero's strength and his determination.
And the Knicks making a change here. Wiggins is checked in. And Banchero no good on that one. And Naz Reid has proven to be a matchup nightmare for opposing big men, Doris.
He has, B.A., and the reason is he's bigger and stronger than most 4 men. Traditional 5s are too slow to stay with him. He can space you out to the three-point line, or he can punish you on the inside. Naz has got big-time game.
Now here's Banchero. 5-point lead, biggest of the game. Ooh, Banchero getting it done and tight.
And you know, in this quarter, they've really brought up their shooting percentage.
And so it's Westbrook who will bring it up for the Knicks. Last time they met was in New York.
They lost the battle of the second units the last time these teams played and lost the game. And his struggles have been apparent, unable to make an impact scoring the ball.
Out of bounds, it'll be New York's ball. Looking back at last season, the best when it comes to shot blocking. Victor Wembanyama, #1. And of course, Chet Holmgren.
The way these two guys control the floor, it's impressive. It changes how the offense attacks, especially inside.
Some changes for Los Angeles. Finney Smith comes in for Zubac. And Corey Kispert subbed in for Chet Holmgren. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Williams is checked in. Now here's Westbrook. Give him 8. Reed passes to Westbrook. Williams a screen on Giddey. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Williams misses.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Naz Reid.
Listen, he's going to get stronger, but you talk about guile and the willingness to battle down low. Josh Giddey is more than up to the task.
First free throw is good. McBride, he's checked in for New York. Both free throws good from Giddey.
Well, Josh Giddey has proven that he will have some triple-doubles in his career because he can score it, he can board it, and he can certainly find his teammates. Now it's about being consistent and efficient.
Now here's Wiggins. No made baskets yet. And Josh Giddey is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Nance, he's checked in for Reed.
Checking in for the Knicks, number 16, Larry Nance Jr.
Thompson passes to Williams. Outside McBride. Shot clock at 6. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. Here's Kispert. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. All right, a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Naz Reid.
And he's been on a roll during these last few months, getting better in terms of scoring the ball and proving to be a key part of this team as we move farther along in the season.
And he drops the first. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Knicks trail by 10. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running. Here's Giddey following the bucket by the Knicks. Banchero outside. Wagner with a screen on Thompson. Here's Banchero. Using his size. Banchero gets by inside.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Now McBride. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And here's Giddey. He's got 5. Banchero outside. Three-pointer. The rebound by Wiggins. And so it's Wiggins with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. It's a 10-point game. Thompson with it. Wiggins with a screen on Giddey. The 3 from Thompson. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers ending the quarter up 10. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Well, Coach, this first half has been a struggle. What's been the problem?
Lack of intensity. We're back on our heels. They're attacking us. We're not getting much done.
Guys, they'll look to be the aggressor in the second half.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Welcome, everybody. We're halfway through what is turning out to be the Nikola Vucevic show.
He took a lot of good shots in the first half, also made some contested shots, playing with great confidence.
You know what? A couple of times, you could just see defenders hang their heads, man.
And now, let's check out games in progress from around the NBA. The Lakers in a hard-fought game against the Houston Rockets. A 1-point advantage for them in the third.
We've been watching this game in the back. CLOSE, close.
Yeah, it's been a fun one so far. These teams are going at it.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. Paolo Banchero with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
Here's Murray. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. Murray out there with Paolo Banchero. Then it's Chet Holmgren. Then there's Ivica Zubac. And it's Vucevic in at the 4. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue. To the wing, right side. 5 on the clock. The rebound by Klay Thompson.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
The 3 from Thompson. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Here's Holmgren. Now here's Murray. Banchero outside. Back to Murray. Banchero against Thompson. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Thompson passes to Williams. Wembanyama with it. Over Banchero. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. Westbrook against Holmgren. Pass to Zubac. Now Holmgren. Here's Banchero. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
With great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
Now here's Thompson to the paint. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama. Thompson's gotten his second bucket on the night.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Murray against Westbrook. Zubac with a screen on Westbrook. Murray, no good.
Not himself from range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
Thompson outside. Oh, Thompson buries the tray.
Well, nice play by Klay Thompson, one of the best shooters in the catch-and-shoot game.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. New York making a switch here. Amukelashvili's checked in. You're looking at the best in free throw shooting last year in the NBA. Number 1, Klay Thompson.
This guy is just lights out from the line. He demonstrated that last season and really hurt teams whenever they fouled him.
And Carroll passes to Murray. Fires it in the triple. Murray's got 12 points in the game.
Terrific up-tempo play by Murray. Gets the ball, and moments later, he has a shot up.
Pass to Amukelashvili. Off target from outside. Los Angeles leading by 11. Now Murray. He's got 12. Picked by Vucevic. They double him with Wembanyama. And Carroll passes to Zubac. Back to Banchero. There's the three. Westbrook with the rebound. Knicks trail by 11. Outside Wembanyama. Amukelashvili passes to Westbrook. Wembanyama screen. Over Murray. Westbrook with the miss. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Pass to Banchero. Westbrook comes with a double. Now Zubac. Shoots over Thompson. Zubac's shot is off. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for New York. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Westbrook against Murray. Over Murray. Westbrook gets the bucket. He's got 10.
This mid-range area is right where Russell Westbrook is dialed into. He loves this sweet spot for his game.
Murray passes to Vucevic. Misses the three.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Thompson finds Wembanyama. Westbrook taking his time here. Over Banchero. Westbrook can't hit. Los Angeles leading by 9. To the inside. Back to Banchero. Unloads. That's his 6th make in 11 tries.
I mean, it's incredible. Banchero can be so dominant. A young player with such a promising future.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to review the game plan. Nurkic is checked in for Los Angeles. Josh Giddey comes in for Banchero. Here's Dinwiddie. 5 points in the game. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
You know, when Spencer Dinwiddie is attacking, he gets these kinds of calls. Simple as that.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. Some changes for Los Angeles. Finney Smith checked in for Zubats, and Corey Kispert subbed in for Chet Holmgren. Looney's checked in for New York. Wiggins comes in for Thompson. Good on both.
Spencer Dinwiddie, one of those players that seems to have improved with every passing season, and his numbers back that up. This guy just keeps getting better.
Murray, cash money from 16 feet away. Murray's got 5 points now this quarter.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
Nails it from 3.
Well, he has proven that you've got to respect the long-range ability of Spencer Dinwiddie. Nice.
Giddey passes to Nurkic. From the line, Murray finds Nurkic. Knocked loose. Shot clock at 5. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back. And a moment to check out who New York has coming up. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Donovan Mitchell and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Rudy Gobert and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for their matchup with Phoenix, it's a good checkpoint to see how they fare. It's the 5th contest on the year for them and a chance to evaluate where they stand.
And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Nurkic just got his 4th rebound in this one. And Doris, at 7 feet tall and almost 300 pounds, Yusuf Nurkic often is the biggest human on the court.
B.A., we might as well refer to him as the immovable object. This guy has slimmed down. He's in incredible shape. But Nurkic is an old-school big, and he is a force to be reckoned with around the rim, not just because of that size and strength, but because of his skill as a passer and a finisher.
Dinwiddie, no good. Los Angeles leading by 10. Murray with it. He's got 14. Inside. Outside Giddey. Fires for 3. On the wing, Finney Smith. Off target with the 3. Knicks trail by 10. Outside Mitchell. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by Giddey. And Los Angeles making a change here. Wagner's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Nance is checked in. To the right side. Looney finds Dinwiddie. 4 on the clock. Nance with a screen on Murray. Shot is up. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. Dinwiddie's got 7 points here in the quarter.
This is one of those nights where Spencer Dinwiddie has decided to take over, and no one's had an answer.
Here's Giddey. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 5 assists in the game. Mitchell, the pass to Dinwiddie. Back to Mitchell. Looney, a screen on Giddey. Here's Mitchell. Rebound by the Clippers. 1:57 left in the third. Outside Finney Smith. Pass to Giddey. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
6'8". That's excellent size, and Josh Giddey makes that dunk easy work.
Giddey against Mitchell. Nance with it. Back to Dinwiddie. Out to the right wing. And Nance gets it to go on the assist by Dinwiddie. Nance has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Giddey passes to Murray. With the teardrop. And it's Larry Nance with a foul. That's his first foul of the game. McBride, he's checked in for New York.
Checking in for the Knicks, number 2, Miles McBride.
1:11 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Right side Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Finney Smith passes to Murray. Outside Giddey. The 3. Nance pulls down the board. Knicks trail by 9. Pass to Mitchell. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Man, good whistle there.
And these will be his second and third shots at the line here. No good on the free throw. Paolo Banchero, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Good on the second one. Here's Banchero. He's got 14. Down low. Here's Kispert. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
You can see Banchero has such excellent passing instincts. He knows when it's time to move the ball.
Wiggins with a screen on Giddey. Back to Wiggins. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Here's Banchero slicing in.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam.
Defense disorganized, defense paid. And so it's Los Angeles earning this break in the action, up 10. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. More 2K action in just a moment. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. So on the floor for New York, Williams is out there with Asar Thompson. Then there's Miles McBride. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Mamukelashvili in at the 5. Right side McBride. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. And so Banchero will bring it up for the Clippers. They're leading by 8. There's the muscle of Banchero.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
They set the pick. Westbrook against Giddey. And Westbrook slams it home.
Boy, let's remember, Russell Westbrook has an MVP trophy in his closet. This guy is working right now. You've got to get into him and make it tougher.
The 3 from Banchero. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Banchero's got 5 points in the quarter.
Ooh, finally hitting one from range. That's his first 3 of the night.
Here's Westbrook. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Well, they found success off the drive, creating a lot of buckets by getting into the teeth of the defense.
I think the other thing we're seeing tonight is the floor spacing of this team. Boy, they are shooting the cover off the basketball all game.
Now here's Murray. And Klay Thompson picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First 2 fouls.
Zubac with a screen on Thompson. Back to Zubac. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but he drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
Make no mistake, with that frame and that touch, Zubac's a tough cover in close.
At the line for your Clippers.
And the first one at the line is good. Wembanyama's checked in for Mamukelashvili. And Zubac drops them both.
It's been great watching Ivica Zubac's growth. This guy, his game has evolved and his role is increasing.
Murray against Westbrook. Here he goes. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 6th rebound on the night. And Carroll passes to Murray. Up top, Zubac. Inside. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
At the line for one, Ivica Zubac.
The free throw drops from Zubac. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Knicks trail by 13. Thompson outside. Outside, Williams from outside the arc. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 7 rebounds in the game. Up top, Vucevic. Thompson against Holmgren. Pass to Zubac. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Banchero. The Knicks with the rebound. Williams has got his 4th rebound in this one. Wembanyama down low, working on Vucevic. Here's Westbrook. Ooh, hits the difficult fadeaway jumper.
The defense better start to make a concerted effort to make Russ uncomfortable because his game is flowing right now.
Murray passes to Holmgren. Now here's Zubac. Covered by Wembanyama. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Holmgren. Zubac into the lane.
Wow! That type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point. Or maybe even a question mark. And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout. Clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. To hear from Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. He kept it real with his team, telling them, I know you feel good about this lead, but let's not get lazy. Let's not act like this is a sure thing all of a sudden. Looking to keep their focus on the task at hand. Brian?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Murray. To the middle. Zubac's shot is off. And so it's Wembanyama with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. They trail by 11. And after this one, they're at home against Philadelphia. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. Here's Thompson. Puts up a 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
They kick it out to Murray. And the Clippers miss again. Knicks trail by 11. Here's Thompson. Klay busting it up inside.
Well, inside the painted area, Klay Thompson showing off a little bit of touch.
Murray against Westbrook. Pass to Vucevic. The 3 from Holmgren. Sinks the tray. And the Clippers lead by 12.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
The Clippers have gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth. Pass to Murray. Here's Zubac. Now Banchero, defended by Thompson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. Vucevic's shot is off. Knicks trail by 12. Thompson outside. Wembanyama, high post. Shoots over Zubac. Rebound by the Clippers. Holmgren, the pass to Murray. And here is Vucevic. And Banchero with it. Pounded by Westbrook. And Banchero with a bucket on the assist by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his third assist of the night. New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Westbrook. Nice shot there, making him 8 for 13.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
Westbrook against Murray. Vucevic, a screen on Westbrook. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And you look at the development of AI. How might it affect the league going forward, Doris?
I think there's so much to be learned, Brian, about that exact thing, whether we are talking about the league or whether we're talking about society to a greater extent. As it relates to the league, how will teams employ it for scouting? Does it impact shot selection or player contracts? Maybe even the negotiation of the next CBA. Truth is, we really don't know. What we do know, it's coming fast.
So it's the Knicks now, following the score by Los Angeles. Here's Westbrook. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. Westbrook's got 13 in the second half.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
Back to Holmgren. Fires from deep. Bullseye! Chet hitting for 3.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. The Clippers on D. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. It's at 15 points. Westbrook with the miss.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Murray against Westbrook. Pass to Vucevic. Clock at 6.
7 feet, 260 pounds. Vucevic is a lot to handle. Does a great job drawing that contact.
At the line for 2, Nikola Vucevic.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second.
Well, Nikola Vucevic is a capable back-to-the-basket scorer, and he plays with tremendous confidence, guys.
Westbrook, the pass to Wembanyama. The open shot by Thompson. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Now here's Banchero. Pass to Zubac. Outside Murray. Fires the 3. That's good. That's now his 7th made field goal in 15 tries.
Looking to close things out. That might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And there's no question Wemby loves competing. Shots like that prove this.
Pass to Vucevic. Back to Murray. Holmgren with it. There's the triple. Offensive rebound. Zubac.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Clippers.
They had more assists and shot the ball more efficiently. Those things tend to go hand in hand.
And that's so true. Without a doubt, their ball movement was essential to winning this game.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And they've had no trouble finding the win against this squad. They'll wrap up the season series with a clean 3-0 sweep.
We've come to expect big-time games from him. Just another day at the office for Paolo Banchero.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Thompson's shot is off.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Pass to Banchero for three. And it's New York with a rebound. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Westbrook. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
Vucevic, a screen on Westbrook. Murray is doubled. Back to Holmgren. Thompson with a steal. And it's rejected. So it's the Clippers winning this one easily. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke,